Hey everybody, it's your boy Yazzie TCG back here for a different type of Yu-Gi-Oh video today. Normally my Yu-Gi-Oh videos are all haha funny Yu-Gi-Oh replays and stuff, but today's a little bit different. Today I just want to have a video just kind of talking slash ranting slash I guess a guide on some cards to help people deal with the newest deck in the room, or one of the newest decks in the room, Kewl Toon. But before we get into that, I do want to say this is going to be not as much as like a visual video. If you want to like tab out or go do something and just listen to me rant, that's all fine. Maybe except at the end when I'm talking about the cards, I'll put up the cards on screen, but like I think just listening to my voice and the name of the cards, you guys hopefully should be able to find them. But yeah, before we actually get into it, y'all know what to do. Hit that like button and subscribe. If, let me know if you want more of these discussion style videos. I just wanted a video getting my opinions and my stuff into the Yu-Gi-Oh ether that is, the Yu-Gi-Oh YouTube community and all that stuff. So let's talk about Kewl Toon. Kewl Toon came out in Phantom Revengers for the TCG, and it did good. I want to say the deck did really good in Genesis. I don't play too much Genesis. I just got back into TCG, so I don't play too much Genesis. So I want to say it was a really strong deck in Genesis. It did up numbers, it did stuff. But its first wave was that, exactly. It was good. It just, the second wave of support needed to be something really good. It needed to be something crazy. And guess what? The second wave of support was absolutely insano mode. The card on the chopping block today that a lot of people are complaining about is Kewl Toon Rotary. For those who don't know, Kewl Toon Rotary coming out of Blazing Dominion. Unfortunately for Master Duel players, Master Duel does the cool thing where they drop the entire archetype in one, so people got to experience Kewl Toon at basically full power at everything all at once. But Kewl Toon Rotary is the most custom card an archetype could ever receive. Like, deadass, this card is insane. It has 4 effects. You get to reveal any tuner monster in your hand and get an additional normal summon. It has the Kewl Toon effect that it allows you to use it in hand as a synchro material. And the other 2 effects are when you use it for a synchro material. The second effect is remove a card from your opponent's graveyard. And the other one is look at your opponent's hand and search a Kewl Toon spell or trap. Now, I feel like I shouldn't have to explain as to why getting perfect hand knowledge plus a search is really good in Yu-Gi-Oh! We were complaining about Noroi looking at your hand for a neg-1. We were complaining about Noroi for a neg-1, and Konami was like, watch what we can do. Watch what we can do. This has catapulted Kewl Toon. Well, this alongside another one of its new cards. 2 of its new cards actually back-to-back, Crackle. This is the Synchro set as well. There is also the Fraudulous Harmonia hand trap that also is like, it's just like the perfect storm to make Kewl Toon. Like, Kewl Toon is, in my opinion, going to be the deck to beat. Kewl Toon is going to be the deck to beat if you want to be at a competitive level. Maybe not so much. It depends, at the local level, if people want to be sweaty and they want to spend the $200-some on Kewl Toon. And that's just base Kewl Toon. We're not even talking about like with Fraudulous Harmonia. That card's a little expensive right now. That card's a little expensive right now. Do I think you need it? No. If you have it, play it. You haven't played it, but that is one of the cards that is on the chopping block because it is just broken. It is just broken. Something I didn't mention before, it's also a level 1, so any level 3 tuner is essentially like full Kewl Toon combo as you extra normal. You don't even have to use your extra normal for it too. You just go reveal, like, normal summon Ash Blossom, use Ash and Rotary to summon Trackmaker. Trackmaker, search for a Kewl Toon card, and then Rotary, look at your opponent's hand, and then, search Kewl Toon, either JJ Kewl Toon, their field spell, Kewl Toon Synchro. They do have a trap. I don't think many people play the trap. Most of the time, you're going to see them search JJ Kewl Toon or Kewl Toon Synchro. But it is just an insane thing to be like, I'm going to get perfect hand knowledge, and I'm going to go search a card. I'm going to go +1. And when combined with one of their cards from their first wave of support, Kewl Toon Cue. Cue is its own separate bag of things, but the effect we're going to talk about right now is the fact that when you use Cue for a synchro summon, you are allowed to look at the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck, pick one, banish it, and put the other on top or bottom. So combine this with Cue, you quite literally get perfect hand. You get perfect information. You know exactly what's in their hand. You know exactly what's gonna draw. And in my opinion, it sets up non-games of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, one of the best things about Yu-Gi-Oh! Sometimes is drawing, not knowing what you're gonna draw, and it maybe being the answer. Now, is Kewl Toon the only deck to set up non-games? Obviously not. There's been a lot of decks that, one way or another, they set up non-games and stuff like that. But it's just like, God, does it just feel wrong when my opponent is like, thank you for the hand knowledge. I'm also gonna brick the top of your deck. Like, thank you for your hand knowledge. Not to mention the fact that Kewl Toon Cue has the effect to summon any tuner from the deck. Like, any tuner. Not restricted to Kewl Toon, not restricted, like, anything. In Master Duel, they were doing it to summon Rose Whip. Rose Whip is banned. I think it's really funny. The ban list to ban Rose Whip, I think, goes live today, May 7th, when this video should be going live. So I think that's really funny. In the TCG, it hasn't happened yet. So in the TCG, if you are fighting this deck, yeah, they can look at your hand and they can go, oh, they need multiple spell cards. They need multiple spell cards to pop off. Whoa, dude, Kewl Toon Cue summon Rose Whip. Kewl Toon Cue summon Rose Whip, buddy boy. Dude, I hope you have something. I hope you have a way to get rid of this. I hope you have a way to get rid of this Rose Whip into this board of like Remix and Zaylin. I hope you do, because that's like it. Like this deck won't exactly like negate. It won't set up a bunch of negates. It'll set up like a bunch of like layered interaction, which I think is a really good thing, by the way. I like when decks are layered interactions. Why I like Magnet Warrior so much. Magnet Warrior board, besides Naturia Beast, the Magnet Warrior, they won't really set up negates. It's like, it's like layered interaction. That really is what Kewl Toon is. They'll use their Synchro Summon when sent to graveyard effects to pop a card, pop a monster, bounce. They can do them twice. With Loudness War. RS is a negate, but we'll talk about RS and back-to-back later on, because they also are cards where I'm just like, why do they have effects like this? But it's like the combination of Cue and Rotary is really strong, and I feel like later on, because obviously the cards just came out, like, unfortunately, unless it becomes a true tier 0 format and everybody is just playing Kewl Toon. I don't see these cards getting hit. I think these cards definitely live another ban list or two. But when the time comes, I truly think Rotary needs to get banned. I think Rotary needs to get banned, unless this is another like Malice situation where each name goes to 1. Unless each name goes to 1. Because it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter if they have it at 1 or at 3. Every Kewl Toon card searches it. Like whether they go normal summon Rico, normal summon Mix, normal summon. I think Q doesn't search. I am actually not sure if Clip searches on summon. Q gets it from deck. So it's just like, unfortunately, I think Kewl Toon Rotary needs to go. I think if Kewl Toon Rotary goes, the deck is still good. Like the other tools that Blazing Dominion gave this deck are still crazy. Like they would still have Harmonia, they would still have Crackle, they would still have back-to-back. Which, speaking of RS and back-to-back, not only can this deck get perfect hand knowledge, not only does this deck get to stack your deck, not only does this deck get to recycle hand traps like Valor and, Ash Blossom and all that other stuff with some other effect. This deck, RS and back-to-back, both of them have a level modulating effect. And I keep looking at it. I'm like, why? Kewl Toon RS is our level 5 synchro, including Rico and other tuner, where monsters that have less than 1800 attack get their levels increased by 1. So it's like an auto win against shit like Yummy. For me personally, it's annoying because my Magnet Warrior guys become level 5s except 1, so it's like it stops me from getting into like Exciton or Gallant Granite to continue comboing. And it's just like and same for back-to-back, which back-to-back, on top of increasing your opponent's levels by 2, not just 1, by 2, it gets to basically twice per your effect. Like if you're playing the game, she is going to bring back a tuner monster from the graveyard and synchro summon. It's baffling to like that effect is strong enough, like, and then you add on top, oh yeah, I'm level floodgating you. Are you an Xyz deck? Did you need 2 monsters with the same levels to make fucking an Xyz monster? Sorry. Did you also want to synchro summon? Sorry, buddy, can't do that. And it's just insane because like these decks would be good regardless if it had it. Like these decks would be really strong without it. But towards the end of the day, I don't want to let this video be all doom and gloom because in my opinion, I think the very easy fix for Kewl Toon is just to ban Rotary. Just ban Rotary. Ban Rotary, let it keep everything else, maybe put some stuff to like maybe to like lower consistency of the deck. And I think the deck is fine because it is a shame because some of the most fun I've had getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh! Have been games against Kewl Toon. And it's just a shame because like every Kewl Toon match I have is like is so radically different. Sometimes it's a really nice, really fun game of Yu-Gi-Oh! We're both playing, we're both whatever, and then sometimes where I open bad and they also get to brick my draw. And I can't beat a fucking board of like Zaylin, Kewl Toon Synchro, because that card is twice per turn, like 2 Kewl Toon Synchros into a remix, into an RS, changing my levels, and it's just like, it's so frustrating because like I want to tell people that fighting Kewl Toon is fun, but sometimes, God, does it feel not fun to fight. But I don't want to end the video off with all doom and gloom, because I feel like a lot of the issue as well is due to the fact that a lot of people are experiencing this in Master Duel, a best of 1 format, where, as I've said, some games you just open like shit, and they get to stack your deck into a card that does nothing, while they also summon some bullshit like Rose Whip. So yeah, and that's just the struggle of Master Duel being a best of 1 game. Like sometimes, you know, in a best of 1 format, some decks are just going to be insane than others, because in the TCG, I haven't had too much experience fighting in the TCG. I just got back into playing TCG, so I can't say experience just yet, but there's a lot of cards that essentially beat Kewl Toon. Like, it's not like a nigh unbeatable deck, which is like what this part's gonna be in, besides me gushing about like the art of the cards looks insane. Like, if that is the positive, like if this is another part of the positive side of this video, where like I think the cards look really nice. I like a lot of the aesthetics. They remind me a lot of like Gachi Akuda for my anime viewing fans, and or Splatoon. Like, I love this aesthetic, and I eventually will be picking up this deck. Even you know, it transcends, because not only is it good, but I like the art, and that's always like a good mix. But moving on to like, I'm gonna give you some cards here that are gonna help you in your Kewl Toon matchup, because like these cards are gonna be staying for a good minute. Like they just started playing their playlist. They're gonna be here for a good minute, so you might as well prepare. Starting with some cards like Super Polymerization. Super Polymerization into Sea Monster of Theseus is really good, because again, they can't respond to Super Poly. It eats up 2 of their guys, and they do need dudes on board to synchro summon. That's like another lesson. Like, if you can keep them off bodies, that's a good thing. I'd recommend buying your Sea Monster of Theseus now rather than later, because like this deck is going to be good, and I feel a lot of people are going to be playing that card. So you better either have the best monster of 2017 already, or go buy it now. I got mine for like $10. I'm not sponsored by anything, you know. This is just like, go craft it in MD. Go craft it in MD if you're playing an MD. You know, that also works. Some other things are, if your deck doesn't need the graveyard, because that's one of the Achilles heel of all the Kewl Toon monsters. For their effects, they need to be used for synchro summon and sent to the graveyard. So if your deck can get away with playing Shifter, even though it's at 1, or, you know, something like Dimensional Fissure or Macrocosmos, any, you know, Dark Law for the hero players, anything that keeps them different dimension ground, I'm just like, now it's coming like in a way of all the cards that stop your opponent from the graveyard. Gosh, I forget which one. I think it's Soul Drain is the one that they can't activate effect from the graveyard. I think, if not, I'm going to put up the right card right about now. Basically, any kind of graveyard hate is, any kind of graveyard hate is going to help them. It's not going to help them, is going to damage them. And I want to talk about 2 other specific cards here. These are a bit more for the TCG. These are a bit more for the TCG, because all the other cards that I've talked about, you could like, they're good in a best of 1 and or best of 3. But these specifically, unless your deck, for one of these cards, unless your deck doesn't have any synchro monsters, this card, in my opinion, is better as a side deck card than it is a main deck card, unless you are on the read, you know that every deck, or like more than 75% of the decks in the room are Cool Tune, and you're gonna need it. You are just gonna need it. And that card is soundproofed. It can only be activated at the beginning of main phase 1. And if you control no synchro monsters, neither player can synchro summon until the end of the next turn. This card, I mean, it's a complete floodgate. It is like your Cool Tune opponent better be like Insano mode. Your Cool Tune opponent better be Insano mode at gameplay. But yeah. This card just completely shits on Cool Tune. It's also worth like $40 now, so check your Yu-Gi-Oh! Bulk. This card only has 1 printing from Extreme Victory in 2011. So check your bulk. You might have a $40 card you might be able to get rid of right now for like 20, 30 bucks if you undersell it. And the other card I want to talk about today that is pretty much hate for this one is Intercept Wave. Now, in my opinion, if you're going to be playing one of these cards, one of these like specific like synchro hate cards, I think the soundproofed is better because Intercept Wave is a quick play spell, and it reads all synchro monsters on the field are changed to defense position, then all of them return face up. Then all the face up synchro monsters return to the extra deck at the end phase. This card is incredibly strong because it unlike Soundproof, you can synchro summon. Like, you can synchro summon into this. Like, I could play this, for example, in my Magnet Warrior deck and summon Nat Beast, and like I'd still be fine because Nat Beast would just like, it wouldn't leave just yet. The really strong thing about this card is that at the end phase, every synchro monster on the board returns to their thing. And the only real ways that they have of like summoning synchro monsters on your turn is Clip, a card which very quickly people have found out that is not that good. Like, most decks, I want to say in the OCG, are only running it at 1, and players in the TCG are starting to adapt that and their Cool Tune synchro, but I'm pretty sure they need a body on board. So I could be wrong about that. I actually could be wrong. I don't think they can Cool Tune synchro if they don't have a body on board, but they can get Clip, and Clip could be their body on board. So in my opinion, I think Soundproof, if you're gonna buy one of these cards to put in your side deck, definitely I think Soundproof is the one. Now, am I saying that you need this? No. There's a lot of other cards, like I've mentioned before, that also beat Cool Tune that aren't gonna cost you like an arm and a leg because it only has 1 printing from fucking 15 years ago. 15 years ago, baby. Like, ooh. It's just an option. It is just an option. I wish I would have bought these just because it would have been funny, like when they were like pennies. But I'm not a time traveler. But yeah, I basically wanted to have this video as just to talk about Cool Tune, because I'm seeing a lot of people get frustrated at the deck, and truly I do think the deck is going to be a little frustrating to fight. I think it's going to be a lot better in the TCG because it's best 2 out of 3. So you'll have games hopefully 2 and 3. You'll have the side deck. You'll be able to adapt. You'll be able to do all this stuff. I think Master Duel should hit it faster than like sooner rather than later. Like, we don't want another Malice situation in Master Duel where that was just the best deck. Like, that was just the best deck. 'Cause unfortunately, some of the best cards that beat Cool Tune are the Lingering Floodgates and all that other fun stuff that make other decks like worse, because you're caught in the crossfire. But yeah, also Konami, knock it off with the fucking hand knowledge and hand rip cards. Okay, knock it off. Ban Rotary, ban Roy, ban Werewolf, ban Lambda Cannon. Bro, knock it off. Knock it off and stop trying to look at my hand. But yes, if you guys enjoyed the video, y'all know what to do. Hit that like button and subscribe. Remember that we are streaming every day. Not every day, that's a lie. Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. CDT, Central Daylight Time. Right now, we've been on the quest to get Magnet Warriors to Master Rank. But let me know in the comments what you think about Cool Tune. Maybe what do you think should get hit? What do you think of better ways to like balance Cool Tune? I obviously, I am one man. So if there's probably a lot of other cards that maybe fit a little better into beating Cool Tune, let them know in the comments. Let me know if you want more of these. Like, I'm down to do more of these sort of just like kind of rant type videos about Yu-Gi-Oh! Gotta expand my horizons and all that other fun stuff. But until next time, it's been your boy Yazzie TCG, signing out.